Hi everyone, second video today, and it's a little bit different. Today I want to talk about the 5 mistakes that drive me crazy when I'm teaching Germans English. And I hope from those 5 mistakes that I talk about today, none of my students will ever make those mistakes again. That's my goal with this video today. So, number one on the list is switching get and become. So this is a false friend. Become sounds like the German verb bekommen, but what we want to say is get in the context of receiving something. As an example, last week I got a lovely birthday present. That's a perfectly acceptable sentence. Last week I became a birthday present changes the meaning completely, and now you are the birthday present. So I think it would be rare that you actually say that, and that's what you mean. Number two on the list, we have calling your boss your chef. Chef in English is somebody who cooks food professionally. It's normally the head of the kitchen is a chef. Boss is the person who is above you in the company, or multiple people who are above you in a company. This is one I hear all of the time. People are always complaining to me about their chef, or they're telling me that their chef is a great guy or woman. And what they want to say is that their boss is a great guy or great woman, not their chef, unless you have somebody who actually cooks you food that you pay for them. So, private chef. And that's also very unlikely. So, that's a false friend, and let's get rid of that mistake too. Number three on the list is actually probably the most confusing one for listeners. That is saying for instead of ago. As an example, I visited London 10 years ago. That's a perfectly fine and acceptable sentence. However, what a lot of my students will say is, I visited London for 10 years. Listening to that, it sounds like, wow, you stayed in London for 10 years. Although it kind of sounds a little bit funny because it sounds like you had a holiday for 10 years rather than living there for 10 years. But that does happen quite a lot when I'm listening to people speak. They'll swap for and ago. As an example, I visited London 10 years ago for 2 weeks. So I spent 2 weeks in London 10 years ago. Number four, probably the most common. This is not the most confusing for the listener by any means, but I've heard it so many times in the last 10 years. It's almost 11 years. I've heard this so many times. I just don't really want to ever have to hear it again. Is saying in the near, which we never say in English. So, as an example, I live near a petrol station, or as the Americans would say, I live near a gas station. Not I live in the near of a gas station or petrol station. There is a petrol station nearby. I live near a petrol station, not in the near. And lastly, answering it depends is correct as a complete sentence, but if we want to tell the person what it depends on, then we use on. We cannot just say it depends on and wait. Please learn these 5 tips and let's remove them forever together so I never have to hear them again. Thank you very much for joining the video and staying so long listening to me have a rant on the 5 most annoying things my students do. If you've got this far, please like and subscribe or leave a comment. It really helps me to reach other students and language learners and even some other English teachers. So thank you very much. Stay tuned, more videos to come. Thank you.